Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Title, Handling openqa.selenium.element.not-interactable-exception in Selenium WebDriver using Java. Introduction. When working with Selenium WebDriver in Java, you may encounter the org.openqa.selenium.element.not-interactable-exception. This exception is thrown when an attempt to interact with a web element fails because the element is present in the DOM but is not in a state that can be interacted with. This typically happens when an element is not visible, not enabled, or overlapped by other elements. In this tutorial, we will explore the causes of the ElementNotInteractable exception and demonstrate how to handle it using Java code examples. Prerequisites. Causes of ElementNotInteractable exception. Element not visible. If the web element is not displayed on the web page, you cannot interact with it. Element not enabled. Certain form elements such as input fields or buttons need to be enabled before interacting with them. If an element is disabled, it cannot be interacted with. Element overlapped by other elements. If the target element is obscured by other elements on the page, attempting to interact with it may result in the ElementNotInteractable exception. Handling ElementNotInteractable exception. To handle this exception, you can use various strategies depending on the specific cause. Here are some common approaches. Wait for the element to be clickable. Scroll into view. Conclusion. By using the appropriate strategies, you can handle the org.openqa.selenium.element.not-interactable exception in your Selenium WebDriver scripts effectively. It's essential to understand the underlying causes and choose the right approach based on the specific scenario you encounter. Regularly updating your Selenium WebDriver and browser versions can also help mitigate compatibility issues. ChatGPT. Title, Handling org.openqa.selenium.element.not-interactable exception in Selenium WebDriver with Java. Introduction. When working with Selenium WebDriver in Java, you may encounter the org.openqa.selenium.element.not-interactable exception. This exception occurs when an attempt is made to interact with a web element that is present in the DOM, document object model, but is not currently in a state that allows interaction. This tutorial will guide you through understanding and handling this exception in your Selenium test scripts. Prerequisites. Before you begin, make sure you have the following components installed and configured. Code example. Let's consider a scenario where you want to click on a button using Selenium WebDriver, but the button is initially disabled and becomes clickable after a certain event. Explanation. Remember to replace path/to/Chrome driver with the actual path to your WebDriver executable and update the web page URL and element locators according to your application. By following these steps, you can effectively handle the ElementNotInteractable exception in your Selenium WebDriver scripts. ChatGPT.